Pam Murray. Pam, Pam Murray. I can't think of her mama died probably about 3 years ago.
I remember that house. I remember
Yeah,
grandmama.
right there on. Do you know
Right
if you
back.
have any relatives in Jackson?
God, I have relatives in Jackson.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I mean, we all relatives. We figuring that out now.
But you know what? I couldn't tell you right offhand because when my grandmother and my uncles and my dad passed away, we didn't go. Now, grandma used to go to Jackson because everybody had kids. They weren't really traveling like that,
Uh-huh.
Because, like Tina's dad and my dad and my uncles, they came out of World War II and they started working and raising children, and they didn't do a whole lot of traveling. Every once in a while, my Uncle Mac would travel more than anybody. My daddy was a big time homebody.
Okay. I'm gonna ask that when I get back to work. I'm gonna ask Dr. Mary because I know we some kin to her. Cause I remember that house on River Street. That ain't Middleton. What's the name of that street?
That's Middleton.
Middleton and Rivers. All of us met up over there. They had a semi trying to get to know everybody. After we found out about, all this stuff going on in Hennon, Tennessee. And her mama used to work at the hospital, if I'm not mistaken. She was like one of the first Black nursing assistants there. And I think it was 2 daughters she had. And when you saying this Mac name, that keep ringing some kind of bell to me about them people over there on Middleton Street. But like I said, it's so many of the
Mac
same
would have been out of all of grandma's sons. Mac would have been the one most likely to travel and go.
That name keep on saying something.
Let me tell you, this man was truly a griot. My computer crashed. He gave me about 1,000 entries off the top of his head back when Family Tree Maker first came out. And I was storing it on a floppy, and my computer crashed. I had over 1,000 entries that he gave me, most of those off the top of his head.
Ooh, wow.
Dates of birth and when they passed.
Wow. That's amazing.
And a whole lot of them we still have because I've got notes. And they're in the right family tree that Jean Tipton Carnes did. But a lot of that I lost because I was trying to store it and it just, computer crashed.
Yeah.
And those programs were so bulky because this was back in the 90s and the early 2000s when I was doing this on my computer. And then I just said, I ain't doing it no more. I kept writing it, taking notes whenever I talked to somebody.
And where our family done moved around, I guarantee we got somebody in
everywhere.
Probably.
Yeah. Through military involvement and just moving and just DNA, But like I said, I guarantee you this gonna lead to something else. I'm gonna tell my other cousins and stuff. Next time we have a talk like this, gonna be a whole lot of folk on here talk.
Well, I tell you what, hook up with John.
I already sent him a message.
And because you know what I call him, we call each other brother and sister because our parents were tight, and the kids, the first cousins, some folk who didn't know us well did not know whether we were siblings or cousins.
Yes, definitely
right now, huh?
I got first cousin right now. We do not call each other because we call each other brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But we call each other brother cousin, sister cousin.
And that's what we do. That's what we do.
Yeah.
And sometimes he just shortens it because he doesn't have any sisters. Sometimes he didn't. I call him brother cousin. Sometimes he just say, "Hey, sister," and that's what his father used to call my mother. They never called her Laverne. Her brothers-in-law, my daddy's brothers, always called. They called her to other people. They would say, they say to us, "Your mother." But when they talked to my mom, they called her sister till the day they died.
Yep, that's another sister. Cause we had.
Yeah, it is. But I
My
know who them people were in Compton. It was the Edwards. So I know who we was going to see. Their last name was Edwards.
Uh-huh.
And I gotta do me some digging up now.
And I have a feeling if it wasn't at grandma's and you say a woman answered the door, because Tina, just like your daddy said, he remembered going to Covington and he went to see one of his cousins who lived just off the highway.
Uh-huh.
That would have been Uncle Mac.
Okay.
Because Highway 51 goes straight through Covington into Henning.
Right.
Yeah.
And Uncle Mac and Aunt Alma lived 1 block off. You walk from Highway 51 at the next corner, just across from the CME church. It's where Uncle Mac and Aunt Alma lived. That house burned a couple of years ago. Somebody torched it. My cousin was in there.
oh,
On the 4th of July, somebody threw something through the window and the house burned down.
Oh,
He was
wow.
running for mayor at the time.
Oh.
Yeah.
ain't that something? See,
Ain't
this
that
stuff
nothing
still
is
going
right.
on.
Huh?
This stuff still going
So
on.
that was what, 2018?
18.
Yep.
Mhm.
2018. 4th of July.
Eula's
But that's
birthday.
the house that Cousin Sandy went to, Tina. When he said he had been to Covington and he thought the house was just off the you
Off
could see
highway.
the highway, because now grandma's house was off the highway too, but it was like 3 or 4 blocks over. But Uncle Mac's house, you could stand out in his front yard and you could see Highway 51.
I can remember Uncle a name Mac. I can remember
That's
that.
what I'm telling her. I just remember grandma talking about this Mac man.
He was the one who got around the most. Even when he was a little boy, he would tell this on himself, and Grandpa and them said the same thing. When they got the crops in the fall, and it was cold and they weren't in school or anything, he said, I asked Mama if I could just go stay with some of our relatives, and he'd go spend the night, 2-3 days, because you couldn't get anywhere real quick,
Mm-hmm.
And he'd go spend the night, and so he knew the history because he went and stayed with these folk, during the winter months, and he would spend time with them, so he knew the kinfolk. And when your daddy, Tina, said that he remembered meeting a cousin in Covington and it was just off the highway, I'm pretty sure it was Uncle Mac, or at least at Uncle Mac's house, even if other folk came over there.
Mm-hmm.
Run and get a picture, y'all, because I want y'all to see the resemblance across the water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, this is amazing. We got to get together and sit down and look at some of this stuff and go over this stuff so we'll know who we are. It's just amazing to me. I am really enjoying this.
It's always
Tina,
good to find some more kinfolks.
I know it. Listen, my sister told us not to find no more. She said, we got too many now.
Yeah, you can never have too many.
'Cause every city, state we go in, we can look up somebody.
Yeah.
You got a cousin somewhere.
If it ain't but one.
Yeah.
There you go.
Everywhere. And this Murray side, we don't really know. I guess we know more than we thought we knew about them because
we're finding out more.
Yeah.
Because, I didn't know a lot about the Murray side.
Yeah, we finding out
like
a
I
little
said,
bit.
had Grandma not been left alone so early, we probably would have known more. Now, she shared what she knew, but, she was, 13 years old when her dad died?
Mm.
And if I'm not mistaken, if her mother didn't die when she was born, she died shortly thereafter.
See, it's just amazing to me because we've been digging up the Brady side, which is my grandfather's side. We kind of know a lot about them, but this is grandmama's side, and this right here need to be, we got to learn about them too. And I'm gonna ask Dr. Mary when I get back to work. I can't remember her
Because that's
mama's
actually
name.
the side that we can trace back across the water.
Mm-hmm. That Mac, that name. Every time you said it, I was like, I remember grandmama saying something about a Mac. We should have been writing this stuff down when we was trying to do something else.
Yeah. Well, you just didn't think, you just always thought they were gonna be around.
Forever.
Yeah, that's how we thought.
Well, I'm just glad that I got what notes I got. Now, the thing is, we need, I want some of those. They used to have them, and I can't find them now because I don't want to commit it all to the internet and not have a hard copy because.
Okay, do he look like Aunt Florence's kid? I mean, Aunt Florence's children? I'm gonna hold you up, Aunt Florence. Look at Omar. That's Omar beside me.
We
I
see
can't
you.
see him. I just see you.
Can't
His
see
picture's
you.
cut off.
Can you see him?
No.
It's dark, but Jimbo is pretty dark. But
You got when you hold it up, you got to make sure the light is there because you're holding it where the resolution is not good at all.
Here's Aunt Florence.
Yeah, that's Florence and Alex Taylor.
Can you see him?
No, you gotta put it up. I just know that picture because I was there.
Yeah.
See him?
Yeah.
And grandmama on the other side of man.
On the other side. But I'm trying to let you see the resemblance of Aunt Florence and Omar.
Oh.
I got a picture of Jimbo. If I put it up there, you might say that was Omar. But all my pictures on my phone, I can't show you the pictures I got. Because they on the phone.
Yeah.
But then when I first went to the village, the resemblance to the family across here and the family across there just brought me to tears because they just look just like us.
That's how it was when we went to Hennon too. You look at those people, I was like, is that so and so?
They were like, Tina, why are you crying? And I said, y'all look just like my family. Across the water. I just started crying.
So on the other side of the pond.
Well, we're gonna see each other, God willing,
face to face.
sooner rather than later.
Yes, we need to get some together and do this thing.
Yes, we need to pull this Roots reunion. Not only do we need to do the Roots reunion here on the state side, but we need to pull this Roots reunion to go back to our family ancestry village. That's what I want to pull for.
Yeah.
Y'all heard it from here on Omar's Wish documentary, Tina's Journey to Gambia, West Africa.